Well, it seems nothing new has joined here yet. Just the hippo floating around, and it seems that female and calf has left. It's been almost a week now that we haven't seen them around here again, so like I explained before, it's a little bit different because of the area that we're in. We don't really have any major big rivers close by or really big dams or lakes, so you don't get your normal sort of hippo behavior and social structures that you would on a bigger water system. So there's a bit of a chop and change, solitary bulls moving from dam to dam. Maybe that female and calf decided they need to head further on, find a bigger area with more hippos around, other kids for the little one to play with, better schools, better education, and just more of a social life. Leaves old Humgo by himself. Humgo the Buffelshoek hippo. Just enjoying the lazy days in the water here. One of the benefits of being a hippo, if you want to be shy, it's quite easy. You just disappear under the water. It's almost like he expected that we might not be here if he comes up again. Ostrich sticking its head in the sand. Well, thank you for some of the responses we got, just saying what you enjoy about the drives with us. Diane and Lana, also Penny and Bobby, you guys have sent through some comments. Really appreciate that. It's nice that people enjoy this, and also for me, the joy of driving in the bush has always been just that surprise aspect, the fact that you could see anything at any time. And I think that's probably the most, or one of the big positive points of what we're doing with Wild Earth, is just making you part of that experience as well. Just being out here and just literally seeing what's happening, looking at the smaller things, you know, just sitting at the waterhole, even if there's not much happening, just enjoying the space of it, and enjoying the fact that you don't have to see big animals all the time. Obviously, like I said, it is every single time you see a big animal, it's exciting. I can never see enough leopard or spend enough time with a big herd of elephant. But thank you for those responses. And we're just going to answer one or two questions, and then we're going to continue on. I want to get a little bit further to the west as well this afternoon still. So, Hayley, any questions?
Peter, there's one question from Penny and Bobby Legg, basically asking, do adult male chameleons, when they mate with females, which one of their two penises do they use, or do they use both?
Very interesting question. Penny and Bobby, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know that they had two penises. One of those things that must have slipped through over the years of reading and courses and looking and studying. Actually, just this morning, after we finished and said goodbye, we saw a chameleon on the way back to camp, and Alex and I spent some time photographing it. Yeah, great question. I'll ask myself that question again, and I'll go look it up and read into it a little bit. It's like I said, something new to me, and that's one of the nice things about having interaction, having you guys in the vehicle here and having the ability to communicate and ask questions of each other, is that new things can come up. So can't answer that for you, but a very interesting point, and I'll definitely go look into that. So thanks for that. Anything else, Hayley?
Negative, no questions come through.
Well, in that case, we're going to move on. We'll have some more questions later on maybe, and just enjoy the afternoon out here and look around some. Let's go. You're quite a reptile fan. Did you know anything about the...
I wasn't aware either that chameleon had two penises.
Jeez, and we go on calling the lion the king of the jungle. We should start moving that on to chameleons. Actually, chameleon actually means dwarf lion. If you translate it directly from the Greek, chameleon means small lion, dwarf lion. Very interesting. Quick look, it's a little difficult to see, man. It's a beautiful big waterbuck bull. So we have to look through the leaves a little bit. You can see his backside, that clear marking coming out. There we go. Not going to spend too long with him. He's a little bit tucked away in the bush there, but so we'll have a look at him since you just saw those waterbuck down at Gowrie Waterhole a bit earlier. Big male though, very good condition as well. Interesting, look at that back of that marking. You see right at the top of it, at the apex, it's actually not joined up properly. That would suggest an old injury. Maybe from a fight, or more likely from lions, and then the skin just grew together again, slightly out of line. Find it again. Yeah, no, it's a little bit old. He actually went up the road, but it's from yesterday. You can see insects and things from last night over it, so nothing worthwhile following. The golden orb spider. Let's get rid of that web quickly. Incredibly strong stuff, spider webs. They estimate literally a few thousand times stronger than steel per weight or per diameter. So in terms of the thickness, I would say very light. You can see how it literally floats in the breeze, even though this is many hundreds of strands together now. You can see that nice golden color, especially down here. That's where the name comes from, golden orb spider. Still quite sticky. If I touch it, it actually sticks to my finger. If you look at it, that sort of stickiness to it, that obviously how they catch the insects. And synthetically can't be reproduced. There's been a lot of research done on being able to reproduce spider webs, because there would be incredible benefits if you could make spider webs at an industrial scale, and you could make bridges and ropes and all kinds of things from it that would be incredibly strong and incredibly lightweight. It's also very heat resistant. I've read once years ago that they looking at if they could make this, they would use it on the shielding of spacecraft when they come back into the atmosphere. But again, synthetically can't reproduce this stuff yet. Yet for a little spider, they can make a lot of this quite quickly, relative to being a spider, of course. Look at all those insect husks as well. There you go. All these little things. Shows you already that female's been very successful. She's had a bunch of things to eat, and I'm sure she'll be the same again by tomorrow. Let's continue.